Well, a good God morning to you. How are you all doing today? Oh, it is the day before Easter. Are you ready to go to church tomorrow? I'm definitely ready. Yes, we have service at Willowbrook High School tomorrow, 10 o'clock. And so I will be there. I'm going to be working with the children tomorrow, but it is a great day of celebration for the believers. Yes, it is the day that we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and it is so important for us to mark that day, and it is so important for us to share the celebration with others. So if you've not done that, make sure you do. Make sure you go and share and let people know what God has done for us. In love, He gave His Son. And in love, Jesus gave his life. And in love, the Holy Spirit draws us to God and leads us and teaches us and guides us daily. It's all wrapped in love. Again, how are you doing on today? Well, today, as not only seniors, a lot of people are being scammed. Everybody, anybody that's scammable. If you have a digital device, people are trying to scam you. If you don't have a digital device, people are trying to scam you. So we've got to really be aware of what is going on and do our very best to counter that. Do things that will help us not be scammed. Now, I am a member of AARP. So being a member of AARP, I actually get the news, the magazine. That doesn't show it. I get the magazine. And this magazine is really talking about scams. AI, oh my gosh. AI is something else. They will take your image and have you promoting stuff you don't even agree with. There is one uh, naturopathic doctor that I know. She does not do most of the things that I see them having her endorse. And it is shameful. It is shameful, shameful, shameful. I can remember when Dr. Oz said they had him endorsing something and Oprah endorsing something. And I mean, there's no telling. We're probably endorsing something now. So we have to be very, very careful. You have to be very careful just in who you follow. And as seniors, as you get older, it is so easy to fall for the okie doke. It is just so easy. And then sometimes they call and they're so convincing. You know, your child has been kidnapped and dead, or they're somewhere sick, or they're somewhere hurt and they need money sent to this hospital, or you need to send money to the police station to do the. And as a grandparent, and just as a person not thinking, that is what you'll do. Here you go, getting ready to send your money, or even sending your money. People do that. So we've got to be real knowledgeable of what's going on and do everything we can do to stop that from happening. I can remember one time I was driving, and I got a phone call and they said that uh, your something, your bank account, somebody has just gone into your bank account and did blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what? And I'm driving, and then they said, and you need to stop that. You need to stop all withdrawals. And I was like, yeah. And then they said, okay, um, just to make sure everything is right, give us your account. I give you my account. I said, excuse me? He said, we want to make sure that everything is okay. So make sure you just give us your account number to make sure, we want to make sure we've got everything right. I I didn't say anything to that person at that moment, but I pulled over. I called the bank with the bank number that I have, and they were like, "No, we don't see this. We no, that's not right." And so we've got to always be ready. Always be ready. Somebody called, somebody I know, and they were saying something else about the money, some money, and they needed money sent, and so here they go sending the money, and it was a scam. Somebody called about the IRS. Yes, you owe the IRS, and this is about to happen. I told my mother. I told my mother. I said, I tell you what. If anybody calls and says that you need to send money, tell them, okay, I'm gonna let you talk with my daughter. And so she said, because I know, and the toll thing just really got her. She said, they keep telling me that I owe tolls. I said, well, okay, Mom, where do you drive? She said, just to the store. I said, so how can you owe a toll? I said, it's a scam. It's a scam. So she understood it was a scam. She said, well, they keep sending them. I said, because they keep hoping that you don't think about it and just send money for a toll. And so we've got to prepare ourselves, and we have to prepare those who are older than us. You know, let them get some things put in place. I know now for my dad, he just thinks he can handle it. My dad is 94, and he thinks, I know what I'm doing. So guess what? We don't have any, he has no access to cards because he would give them the number. And he doesn't have access to most numbers because he would give them the number. And then, like people are trying to scam. Oh, they're not gonna scam me. And we hear him, he won't let us take his phone. Oh my gosh, we need to take his phone. So we've kind of fixed it. So it's only certain things he can do. But yeah, you get these strong-headed seniors that just don't want to do anything. And you have to do everything you can do to keep them safe and things that they own. Um, Here's something it says protecting seniors from scam by encouraging them to slow down. When they answer the phone, hello, hello, slow down. When you know it is unsolicited, hang up. And then uh, if they say they're whoever they say they are, then try to verify that by way of family members, or if you are together enough, you try to verify what you just heard. And I know, again, I told my parents, if they're asking you to pay some money, just tell them, okay, I'm going to let you talk with my daughter. And a lot of times my mother said, they go click, and that's good. We're trying to keep everybody safe here. There is a number, a national elder fraud hotline. And I didn't know this existed, but there is an elder fraud hotline, and that number is 833 fraud 11. My producer is not here right now, and I wish they were here. They may come back, but I couldn't wait. Anyway, the number again is 833 fraud, which is, I'll just give you the number, 833 372 8311. That's 833 372 8311. That is the National Elder Fraud Hotline. It's saying here common scam tactics to recognize Scammers pretending to be the government. Like I told you, they're calling us in that they're the IRS, Social Security, law enforcement, tech support. All they call. Okay, well, if we see that you have a lot of things going on your computer and we want to help you clean it up and we want to make sure that everything, don't, no, do not give people access to your computer. They go on there and they can go everywhere that you go. And if you bank on there, they can go to your banks. If you have some personal information on there, they can go to those things. So do not let anyone call talking about their tech support. If you need tech support, then you need to call somebody in your family so they can help you get the tech support that you need. Um, Here's one again: a grandparent impersonators call pretending to be your grandchild, saying they're in trouble. Do not respond to that. And scammers who build fake relationships online and ask for your money. These folk are taking people thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars of people scamming, pretending to be in love with people. I have seen this over and over again. Oh, I can't believe. Oh, people just have no sense of morals. None. Not just out here every day, just trying to rip other people off. Then there's the lottery sweepstakes. It claims that you've won a prize, but you must pay taxes or fees for the uh, to get the money. Or this is one that got me. They called me and they said, well, you have to give us your account so we can send the money to you. You won $1 million. No, I didn't win 1 million. They had won so many millions and they wanted to give $1 million to so many people. I told them, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to lose on this deal. You give my million to somebody else. I'm like, and they said that they had won. I forgot where they won this money. And I actually went and looked up the millionaires in whatever state that was. I looked it up, and these people had not won. No one had won any millions there. So anyway, you've got to be the devil. The devil is very deceitful. He is very cunning. He is what's the word? Shrewd. He is shrewd. He is cunning. I know so many times people say the devil is dumb or the devil is stupid. The devil is not. He is cunning and he is shrewd and he's trying to figure out ways to get to, oh, we can't get to him that way, we'll get to him this way. We can't get, and so we've got to have some trusted people that we can talk to and make sure we're doing the right things before we lose a lot of money. Again, we need to hang up, stop the conversation, or tell them you're going to get someone else to finish this because you can't do it. We've got to learn to secure our technology. Just get some help. Have monitors to check your finances. Go to the bank and have things set up so people just can't take your money. I know after that person called me and said whatever they said, I called the bank and to pull out money, I think it was over $25. They would go and they would, like, you couldn't do it for some reason. I had to end up saying, did you do this? Did you do this? On your credit cards, you do the same thing. Make sure that there are safeguards, because if people get your credit card, they will mess you up. And when you turn your phones in, this one right here, this one got us. Make sure you put it on factory reset. Make sure you put it on factory reset. I was sending my phone back this week. I had cleared everything out and did what I was supposed to do, and I was sending it out. I was returning it because it was just something wasn't acting right with it. It didn't function properly. And so I cleared it. I put everything on the new phone and did what I needed to do, and uh, got it in the box. On the way to UPS, the Holy Spirit said, "You didn't do the factory reset." I turned that car around. I came home, and I had to go home because I didn't have any tape to tape the box back. So anyway, I went home. I did a factory reset, so none of your information would be on that phone. And then I took it back. Um, my son returned the phone, but he did not do a factory reset. And they got a hold of an Amazon account, my Amazon account at that, and they were ordering gold jewelry. I looked and I was like, I didn't order that. Stop that. And so as I saw that, my son called and said, change the password on Amazon, on your Amazon card, because somebody, they tried to get into his account. And because he did not put the reset on, he could see where the phone was. It was somewhere in Mexico. And he lives in California. So he's like, just turn that off. Turn it off. Change the code, change the code. And then he did whatever he had to do so that would stop. But it was something. It was something. So make sure when you send your phones in, you do a factory reset. You don't want people going around with your information. I know I didn't. And what else? AI. AI. I told you about AI, right? Just make sure, even on AI, even with AI, my mother is always asking, is this real? Is this the real deal? Are these people really saying this? Now, let me tell you some things that you can do to make you maybe feel a little safer using your digital equipment. You need to update your password. I know when I was working at a couple of places, we could only have our password for so many weeks. Then we had to get a new password. And in the society we live in today, that is a good idea to change your password. It says on social media, now this is AARP, so you can look this up also. On social media, do a privacy checkup. Under settings, choose privacy and check to make sure only people you choose see your see your social media post, because you've got these people out there on the dark web. Before you know it, your information is flying on the dark web, so you've got to be careful. For those of you who are carrying your social security card around, get your social security card out of your wallet. That is not a safe place to put it. You need to put it in your house in a safe place. Get that out of your wallet. They're also saying that we should go to our device and log out of all of our apps to avoid unauthorized access. Another thing, for you who have laptops, computers, and you've got cameras, I'm not on my laptop, but I have a laptop. I put something over that. You can put tape over your camera, but you need to put something over your camera so these outside sources won't have access to your house. They can see where you're walking and going. And we've got to really be smart, because the as my son would say, these criminals are smart. It says change your setting on your smartphone to send all unknown numbers to voicemail. When you send those unknown numbers to voicemail, guess what? They won't leave a voicemail. They don't. I've I've done it. And who else is here? Oh, freeze your credit. This will prevent crooks, criminals, from stealing your identity, opening new credit cards and accounts in your name. Unfreeze it when it's necessary to allow a credit search. But because we have control over that, go freeze your credit. Freeze your credit. Also, it says review your banks and other financial accounts right now for suspicious activity. Yes, just all of a sudden stop, look, and see what's going on. Make sure you know what is going on in your account, how monies are moving, and if you didn't move it, then and now you can do something to stop it. Also, AARP has a fraud watch network helpline. Now, this number is 877 908 3360. That's 877 908 908 3360. And you can call them and they can help you out. And another thing we should do, I'm talking to myself here, delete apps not in use, including those especially those with saved passwords. If you're not using those anymore, just delete them. When I got my phone, something happened. I got all kind of apps. Now I don't even access the apps. So maybe as of today, I'll go and just delete the apps. I'm looking like, what is that? I have a lot. I have a lot of, I did not download these apps and I need to get rid of them. But I just want to make sure that we stay safe as seniors. I don't want people to take advantage of you. Let me tell you what happened to me. And see, that's why you have to have a nice walk with God, because Holy Spirit will tell you things. Okay, there's a friend that goes to my church. A very nice family, a husband and wife, and they were well, something came up and it said that they were moving and that they were selling some things. And I was like, wow, they didn't even tell me they were moving, and they're selling this and this and this, and I saw something I wanted to buy. So I felt a little something like, are you all moving? But I didn't do it. I just saw the things, and I think they equaled something like $300 or $400. I said, man, they're selling this. Okay. They said that they were moving quickly. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I thank God he was. Anyway, so I was like, something happened this quickly that they are moving. And I tried to do it. I tried to send the money, and the money didn't go. And then somebody started chatting with me. And I was like, Gregory, are you sure this is what you're doing? And it's not taking the money. And they said, well, try this. And so I tried this, and it didn't go. And they said, okay, well, try this. And that third time I was like, this is not Gregory that's talking with me on the, we were typing. I said, this is not Gregory. So that was another time I went and I called the bank and they told me to do something. I said, because I was trying to give my information to somebody, but it would not take. And they said, we did not get it. We did not get it. Don't worry about that. We did not get it. So I ended up calling the guy, and some scammer took his information and they took part of it. Then after, it clicked, I went to the page that they used, and they had his wife with her brother in the husband wife picture. I was like, oh my goodness. And there were a few people that fell for this because he is a reputable businessman, and he is a photographer. And oh, they had so many people on there, and it was that was terrible. But I thank God I did not. I mean, they are so slick. So we've just got to be wise, 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 wise in our everyday living, because the devil is he is cunning. He is so cunning. And he just any moment, we cannot be off guard at any time. I have to ask God to direct me in all of my ways. In all of my ways. I'm on here looking at something, is this good? Should I do this? Is this person right? We've got to be very, very, very careful. And it is just fraud and scams. They're just on the uprise. And I want to make sure that we as seniors and we as people, period, that we are aware and that we are being watchful. We have to be watchful. Um, a new scam I heard, they've got this thing, where it says check to make sure that you're a human. I've heard that they are using that now. And when you check or type whatever they tell you to type, then you're going to another site. So we've got to be careful about this. It is horrible. It is horrible. Let me see. I'm trying to find. So I gave you AARP's number, and I gave you the elder's number, and what else do I want to give you? You can go online. You can actually go online and find things to do. Okay, to help you not be scammed. Oh, I didn't know about this one. There's an employment scam. It says U.S. employers laid off more than 1.2 million workers in 2025. With so many Americans seeking work, employment scams are surging. So now we've got to check. And then they're saying I guess people are trying to charge a fee. They said never pay. If you're required to pay for a job interview, it's a scam. Guarantees of great pay and few hours while working at home are probably red flags for you to ignore. If a so-called recruiter contacts you, check the company's website and see if they're hiring for that particular position, and if a person actually works there, because people will send you off. Be careful about posting your resume. You don't want people having your resume like that. So be careful. There is yes, I know another one. Somebody's child had an accident, and they were at fault. They went to turn themselves in. Somebody got their information, called a family member, and told them, your family member, they're going to have to wear a wristband or the ankle bracelet, and that's going to cost so many $1,000s. It was like $3,000. And they're going to be released once you pay this money. The information they gave the relative was just so wrong. It was kind of right, but it was wrong for them. It was wrong if they lived in another county. It was right if they lived in another county, but it was wrong for the county that they lived in. And oh, they had them holding on, and then they were trying to, they were trying to make it seem like we're going to talk to all these people for you, and we're going to check and find a fire. And they knew the real police station's number. They called. They said, hang up on them now. So it is so much, so much, so much. So again, I just want us to be safe out here with our digital devices, with our finances, and make sure you're keeping the elder seniors as safe as possible. Keep yourself safe and keep them safe. Be aware. Be aware. And if your parents are really in their season years, make sure you're checking on them. Make sure you're just checking this. Sometimes you need to know what we're doing mentally, then you need to know what we are doing. And so as you're checking on your parents, make sure everything is good. Make sure everything is good. Make sure they're feeling good. I expect to hear my mother a certain way every time she calls. And if that tone isn't there, then I'm like, okay, what's going on? And oh, and then I might hear something in her voice. But make sure you're checking on the season, the super seniors, as well as the seniors. All right. Okay. Oh, so somebody may want that number again. Let me give you the National Elder Fraud Hotline. And that number is 833 372 8311. 833 372 8311. And let me see, where is the AARP number? They've got so many great stories in here. Okay, I must have gotten that. Is it right here? Oh, here it is. And the AARP fraud number is 877 908 3360. That's 877 908 3360. All right, well, it's been my pleasure talking with you seniors. We want to stay safe, and we want to make sure we are helping each other stay safe. Well, it's been my pleasure being with you. You all keep listening. We should be back in about 2 weeks with more of seniors navigating the change.